different view for you today. Just thought I'd come down here on the lower deck. There's cockatoos sitting on the roof. Scruffy is holding his own, eating at the right hand side there on that bowl. There's another cockatoo that's sitting above him. I think Scruffy's sort of learning to be a little bit more dominant, standing up for himself, but we'll see what happens. See, underneath there, under the house, there's on the right hand side there's a sliding door. That's where my new studio's being built. It's just a shell at the moment, but one day that'll be a studio, and then there'll be another deck out there leading to this deck here. So yeah, one day that'll be nice, won't it? Beautiful autumn afternoon. Here in sunny Queensland. Oh, and look at that, Scruffy's still sitting there holding his own. Good on you, Scruffs. You're keeping everyone at bay, aren't you? You're doing very well. I'm proud of you. Yes, I am. Birds are just waiting their turn. There's two cockatoos over on the other feeder down there on the left. And then those two are on the roof. And one's sitting on top of the bird feeder. And little Scruffs has got it all to himself. So, yay! Good on you, Scruffs. Alright. Check back into you tomorrow. G'day guys, welcome back. I've been wanting to try just a one big flip cup pour, and I'm wanting to do pinks and gold. So I have got a lovely pale pink, a medium pink, and then like this burgundy colour. I'm hoping it's going to work. Hopefully it's pink enough, and some gold and some white. So for this pour, I've got 70% glue, 30% water, same as always. I haven't added any water to my paints. I'm hoping that they're going to be a little bit on the thick side. I haven't got any blue today, the terrible blue that's been splitting, so I haven't got any of that. So hopefully I won't have any split paint today. I'm just going to show you the mound on a mound, because I know you guys like to see that. There it is, mound on a mound. Leaves a ribbon. So that's it. Okay, so this is a 30 centimetre by 40 centimetre canvas. 12 by 16 inches, and I'm going to need about 500 grams of mixed paint. Now this cup holds 540 mils, so I figured if I pretty much fill it up to the top, it should be good. And I'm putting some spot on silicone in. I don't want to do my gold, and I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bit of a bigger cup. It's leftover paint. I don't even know what it's from, but it's leftover, so I figured I'm going to use it. Now give your silicone oil a really good stir, otherwise you might get big blobs of silicone in your pour, and then when you try to stretch them out, they'll turn into big wormy creature looking things. So stir it in really well so that you can get small cells. Oops, that one hasn't got any. I don't like to put the oil in my metallics. I don't think the oil mixes in very well with it. It kind of just comes to the surface. So just the 1 cup, so I'm going to do lots of layers. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to pour in down the side. So relatively big layers. Now I've got my gold between these 2 dark sort of colours, so I'm hoping that will work. And then going again with the lighter, a pink. I don't really want the white next to the pink. Oh, what can you do? It's going to have to go somewhere, isn't it? So by the looks of it, I might get 3 layers, maybe more. I'm really unsure about this. I wasn't going to do it, and then I thought it's just going to be way too much of a pink pour if I don't put something dark into it like that, and I didn't want to put black in, so that was my second choice. I'm going to put some white straight through the center. Look how full that is. Almost finished all my paint, and there's no way I'm going to flip this. So, oh, look at that. Oh, it's probably way too much paint. I'm just going to do this. There we go, because there's no way I'm going to be able to flip that. Rightio. That was quick, wasn't it? That's got to be the quickest layering I've ever done. Okay, we have white. It's a very grubby old white container. I just refill it, so it's been hanging around for a couple of years. Hibiscus is that nice hot pink, all global today, and the metallic gold. And this one's burgundy. I just made that myself. Red and black. I think I put a touch of green in it as well, because it was to stop it throwing purple. And just a pale pink, rose. I hope I've got enough gold in here. Really hope I've got enough gold. Just to be on the safe side. Let's pour some gold around. The gold metallics, they always tend to disappear. I have mixed my colours 1 to 1. So 1 part pouring medium, 1 part paint. I did 60 grams of pouring medium and 60 grams of paint. I'm sure it's going to be way too much. With the gold, because you have to mix your metallics thicker, I had 1.5 parts paint to 1 part pouring medium. So more paint than pouring medium. It has to be thicker, otherwise you just won't see it. Okay. It hasn't gone down very much. There's no distance for it to travel. All right, let's do this. 1 big flip cup. Woohoo! Wow, look at that. Let's pop some of this here. Probably don't need that because I've got such a big full cup. Well, I had such a big full cup. All right, I see some gold here. Hopefully there's enough gold sitting in there. Let's just move this around just a bit. Give it a bang. Pop some bubbles. I see some gold cells coming up. Okay, let's give it a torch. I probably had enough paint to do 2 of these canvases. Probably way too much. That's okay. You can tilt it off. You're better off having a little bit more than not enough. I'm really keen to see how this colour combination works out though. normally when I pour, my white gets lost, my gold gets lost. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to torch slowly. It's very thick paint, not that thick in texture, consistency, but there's a lot on here, so it's taking a while for the heat to go all the way through, and then to bring the silicone oil up to the surface. Had a workshop today, and I don't usually feel like pouring straight after a workshop because I'm just exhausted, but I sat down for a couple of hours and then thought, right, I want to paint, because all the ladies did such beautiful pours today, and I felt left out that I didn't do any pours, so I wasn't going to do any till tomorrow, but I felt like it, so here I am. Okay, checking out the cells. I like how they're nice and small at the moment. Wish I had more gold, because I'm going to kind of lose that. Okay, let's just move some paint around. Stretch these cells out. Back and forth, stretching them out. You can see how they're moving around really easily and they're not getting lost. Actually, I'm not going to use my corner catcher because I've got so much paint on here. I do need to get rid of some of it. Because it's just too much. If you didn't have enough paint, you would have to use a corner catcher to save paint. But I've got plenty. And because I only did the one big cup, I got no lines down the center, no joins where the cups flipped out separately, which is really good. Just a beautiful blending of colours. Right, so that's the easy part done. Now we're going to get to these bottom corners. So this is the tricky part here. You've got to get all the way down here and here without overstretching what's going on up here. So sometimes I do tilt halfway and then torch so that my cells don't get overstretched. That's the chicken's way. But I thought, no, I'm going to just go for it, get some big cells, have lots of paint, move it around easily. Just do it. Just do it. Look at that. Woohoo. Beautiful. Kind of a bit bummed that I've got stripes of gold. You know, you can see where my layers were. I guess that's because maybe my layers were a little bit too thick in such a big cup. But I've definitely got gold cells. Now, I really want to open this up, but I don't know if I can. I wonder if I can get my hand under there. It's not doing anything. Not really. Oh, maybe a little bit. All it's doing is stopping these cells from moving. Let's see if I can move them just a touch. Try and open that middle up. It's the problem with the middle, you know, your sides all go beautifully over the edges, but the middle, if you've got a lot of paint, the middle always has a bit of trouble stretching out. And now where I've put my finger into the canvas there and stretched it, it's making a dip. Can't win. Okay, colours. Where's the burgundy? Just here. It's a little bit of burgundy. Hasn't shown up a lot. It looks as if I've got some burgundy rings. But yeah, it's certainly not as dominant as I thought it might be. Just taking a little bit of this white off the side here. I don't think I've ever done that before, poured the white in from up high. Kind of like it. Got a lot of white. Normally, as I said, my white gets lost, but I'm pretty happy with that. I've got my gold, got pink, got my white. I don't have a stripe down the center to divide it. These gold cells here have got white around them, and then they've got, looks like this bright pinks around them as well, so that's pretty cute. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to fix up my corners, and then I'll take you down for a close-up. That one's done. A little bit there. It's pretty, isn't it? Reminds me of toffee apples, or candy apples. We call them toffee apples in Australia, but I think in the States you might call them candy apples, is that right? I guess it's the hint of gold there that's reminding me of maybe, like, you know, a golden delicious apple. I don't know. Yum, getting hungry now. Okay, let me take my grubby gloves off. Look at that. And I'll take you down for a close-up. You know those days where you just think, oh, I'm just going to pour, I don't really care what happens, I just feel like pouring. Then you get a beautiful painting. And then other days where you try really hard and you measure everything and it just doesn't work, hey? Definitely going to have to do this again, just the one big cup. But I think I'll layer smaller layers just so that I don't get those big blocks of gold. I mean, I do like the gold. Certainly hasn't disappeared this time around, which is good. Because normally, you know, your gold is lost. Okay. So, and you guys, no split paint. See, there's multicolored rings. Just zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing as I pan across. So there's that bar of the gold cells, which I'm not that keen on. And then we've got some light pink cells on the right there, and they've got a dark ring around them. And then up here we've got the hot pink cells, and then some more gold, and more pink cells with, actually there's white cells with pink around them, and then the dark pink around them. Aren't they pretty? And there's a little eyeball, little eye watching me. Hello. And then up here, I love this top section. Gold cells with white around them. So the gold doesn't look amazing at the moment. It never does when it's wet. Once it dries though, it should be really pretty. So there we go. Loving this one. Candy apple. Alright, I will be back tomorrow. I've got some more colours in mind that I want to do, and I think I'll have another go at this one. See if I can get some more of the burgundy into it. Or maybe I'll try plum. Because the burgundy just looks like a dark brownish sort of a colour. Maroon, I guess. Which is what burgundy kind of is. But yeah, maybe some... maybe plum might be nice. That's a better colour. That's more true. Alright, gotta go and sit down with my babies. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.